Yes. Yes, this is welcome to this presentation by Alice and me. We are coming from the business school in Umeå, and I would like to fill you in a little bit into the background about this project. As Cecilia said, it was participating in the BUP course to advance ESD assessing, and this is what came out of this here, so to say, and the offspring for everything for me was in this BUP course. So what we'll be talking today about is assessing UNESCO's Critical Key Competences, which is a part of a package that we are working with. We are working with Advancing ESD, and we have started with assessing, and in this case, students' knowledge about these critical key competences. So it started as the BUP Teachers course, as quite correctly as Cecilia said, 2019 to 2020, Education for Sustainable Development, ESD in Higher Education. And I wanted to highlight this because this has really had an importance for me. This was actually the trigger point for my more vivid interest in sustainability, and it gave me a good vocabulary and tools for continuing this work. So I would really give a tribute to this course and signal the importance of it, and encourage any continuation of this course in any way. And also would like to say that it's good that we also have these get-togethers or reunions or webinars or whatever you would like to call it. It's a way of continuing this work. So now I would like to go to the next slide. Yes, my change project, I would say, was increasing the presence of the SDGs and sustainability in teaching and in research at Umeå School of Business, Administration, Economic and Statistics. And this project played a vital role in starting my process working more with sustainability, and in this case advancing ESD. I would like the next slide, please. This change project gave a landing in an assignment that I got from the department, and Alice had also signed to. We have an RHU council at the business school where we discuss sustainability questions and the strategies, etc. And from that council, both Alice and I had signaled an interest for sustainability. So we got an assignment for the department to be in charge of a planning day, a half part of a planning day. And in order to do this in a meticulous way, we wanted to know what the staff at the business school thought about sustainability. We discussed sustainability, what they defined as sustainability, how they learn about sustainability, how it is to teach about sustainability, etc., etc. And one thing that came out of these interviews here was partially the importance of sustainability, but that was mostly demonstrated in the surveys we made. But the teachers signaled that it was difficult to lecture about sustainability because they did not know what the students knew about this field. So we took that with us. So, and that was kind of stressed in the planning day. So we got a broader base for articulating this need. So we developed further after the planning day, and we had seminars about, we wanted to know more about the teachers and give them a better understanding for sustainability. So we had a couple of seminars discussing different questions, testing our ideas about a tool for evaluating students' knowledge about sustainability. And out of that came a questionnaire. We realized that we need to think in different ways, so we landed in the UNESCO's key competences and designed a questionnaire around these key competences. We'll talk more about that as we proceed. We also realized that teaching sustainability demands new ways of approaching the topic. That's expressed by experiential learning here. And we would like to develop a database as a support for the teachers when to lecture about sustainability or teaching for sustainability. We realized that they were left by themselves in order to catch up about how to teach sustainability, and we thought that there was a lack. So therefore we would like to develop a database where you as a teacher can go in order to find an inspiration or ideas about teaching for sustainability. This is very much designed around the key competences, but you can have different ways of entering this website and learn more about how to teach in different situations and so on. And this is a continuous work, and I'm talking about this so much now because we are inviting you to visit our website and also to contribute in various forms with it. I will get back to that. And we want to learn from you. So we think that this is a living lab environment, and our project here is just now for developing this supporting database, helping you to get ideas about how to teach for sustainability. So out of these this planning day, etc., and so on, we developed further, and we applied for research money from Umeå University. We have a pedagogical institution supporting teacher with different courses and so on. They also have a call for new projects, and Alice and I applied for such a project with the title of Advancing ESD. And we also were lucky to get some money, so that is what we are telling you about this project now. But the background and the basis for all of these are in the BUP course that I participated in. And then that's how I got to meet Alice and everything developed. So would you like to present here, Alice?
Sure. Yeah, at the same time that Gert-Olof was taking the BUP course with everyone here, I was taking a similar course at Göteborg, and there was also a change project, and so both of us were trying to do a similar thing around about the same time, and that's how we met, talking over a coffee, and started to work on the planning day, as Gert-Olof talked about. And so, yes, we're at the stage now where we're asking if people would like to take part in this project, and we'd like to tell a little bit more detail about what it is we do and how you can contribute or how we can help you. So we're basing it on an idea that we think that the students need and the teachers need the support for how we can integrate and create a more learning progression throughout the programs that their students are on. We've taken this model here by Wilson, where to create a learning progression, we need to concentrate or consider several factors, including the assessment, which is what we are working on now, validating our survey. So that will assess the students' competencies and sustainability. And then the instruction part is about how we can help teachers to support how they will design their lesson plans and instruct their students to be able to feel they are, to facilitate the learning for the students. And then what we would like to achieve ultimately is then that there will be an interaction with this assessment and instruction so that we can use to develop our curriculum of programs and courses over time with the introduction or integration of sustainability across disciplines. And so, yeah, a little bit about where we fit. You'll recognize the Sustainable Development Goals, I expect. We have designed this picture with the education at the center. We agree with many researchers considering that education is key for our work with sustainability. Teaching our students for sustainability is very important. This picture represents our perspective that I should explain a little bit because apparently isn't completely obvious. But I would say that when it comes to the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN have presented, we feel they all overlap somewhat, I think is in agreement with many. However, we feel that the social, there are some that are more social dimension that perhaps could support the economic dimension and together support a more sustainable environmental sustainability. And at the top there, we have put goal 17 as the idea that together we need to collaborate to help this work. And so, yes, these are the UN, the UNESCO's sustainable key sustainability competencies that they have addressed in a report not so long ago that they believe to be important. We've considered these as a good starting point in our project, and the research is quite extensive and can perhaps be quite similar to things that competencies that you recognize that you have already perhaps applied also. But some are quite new. The interpersonal thinking, which is about trying to create a more self-awareness for our students about sustainability, sustainability values, and how we can work with that. And then implementational competence I've highlighted in red here, feeling that it's very important that we are able to build the competence in students to be able to act on what they know. As also here, a very interesting framework here that recently published is how we see sustainability competencies. So alongside what you will already be assessing with your students in your discipline, so the competencies for your disciplines might be different. There are other competencies that are probably more general, so like critical thinking, and then there are professional competencies in some disciplines, and then also then at the top here we see the sustainability competencies are competencies that are through the perspective of sustainability and are we can say generic for all disciplines. They are for us, not specific to any discipline, I could say. Yes. Would you like to take the next, Gert-Olof?
Yeah.
Talk about this?
Yes, as Alice said, we have focused on the assessment and we have developed a questionnaire. We are now in the validation phase of this questionnaire, so we would like to distribute it to as many students as possible. We have reviewed the literature for the scales for these critical competences and put all these scales together. Now we are trying our questionnaire out or validating it in the environment of higher education students. And the intention is to see which questions are relevant and which ones we can take away that is not necessary in order to assess the that specific competence due to the setting of students. And all of you probably understand how important it is to shorten a questionnaire that should go out to students, because students are a little bit reluctant, at least our students are reluctant to fill in these questionnaires. But we have an, and if you proceed, Alice, please. Yes, we have an advantage because we see that this questionnaire is possible to use before as well as after. We put this up as general concepts here. You can assess a student group's knowledge within about these critical competences before you start a course, and then you can assess it afterwards. But so there is a possibility to use it in these two different ways. And as it is a measuring or an assessment that will benefit the responding students, we hope that this will be an incentive for them to respond to this questionnaire, because what they fill in here will help the teacher to interpret the situation. Now we can further. I'll get back soon to the outcoming of the assessment, but I just wanted to demonstrate the versatility of the questionnaire here. You can assess for an individual course as well as a semester, year, or in the beginning of an education and in the end of an education. Our opinion now is that you assess before a semester starts and then provide the teachers with this information so that they can design their courses in order to strengthen certain key competences that this unique group is lacking. And then now we proceed. And what you get back when we have done an assessment is this star diagram. And the solid line is indicating mean, and the dotted lines, the inner dotted lines is the first quartile, and in the outer dotted line is the last quartile. This is a way of showing the differences in the group regarding these key competences. And as you can see, regarding strategy, there is a large variation for this group. Here you can see that also in the figures here, that the lower quartile has 1.3 and the highest quartile has 3.1. So there is a large variation in this group regarding strategy. Eventually, this will give you some ideas about how to design the education. Perhaps the students can learn from each other very much, as this is a large variation within the group. As we can compare to intrapersonal competences and see that they are very close to each other. So here the group is very homogeneous. So this is a feedback to you. If you assess a group, this is the feedback you will be getting from us. And now we proceed. Yes, so you are free to visit our website and find out ideas about sustainability teaching. If you do an assessment as indicated by the results on the prior page, you can go to our website to find some information about how to train a group regarding this competence here. So you can go there both for getting access to the questionnaire. Then you make a request to us and we will send you a short introduction film that you can show for the students, and also a link to the questionnaire. As it is now, we have the questionnaire in Swedish and in English, but we are very, very happy to develop in other languages. Perhaps we would need some help from you then, but we would like to distribute this questionnaire as much as possible, as we see that this is a way of strengthening the contents of the website. So when you got that back, we would like you to come back to us in the website and share your experiences about teaching. How did it work out? What plans did you have? How did it work out for this specific group to do it in this way here? So it's a way of learning from each other. So now you can see our contact information, or you can go and look at the website, and then you will get also access. You reach us by the website also. Yes. Now we would like to say thank you for attention, and please ask some questions if you have any. We are more than happy to answer them.